Bro, I'm telling you, there be parties where it's like, okay, one party gets shut down, someone knows the address to the next party, and then
someone in that bitch know it.
It's leaked, and like the whole.
I see. Like, are you big into fashion?
I'm huge in fashion.
Huge, right? Because I see you be dripping. Like, you be dripping all over my timeline. I'm like, bro, what's going on here?
Because we're always trying to be perfect when nothing's perfect. Like, people, they don't care. They just want things. Like, still make sure it's good. But
please talk to Kanye.
Yeah.
And let him know. Let everything you just said just now, just tell him.
We call ourselves CiiiTY, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.
Changing the Youth, the hottest podcast in the city, hosted by myself, Jerry Novato, Kelsey Means, Deluxe Vlog, Freakadelic in the building, Palm Beach Connects in the building. We got with us SilentHeart.
Yo.
What's up?
We here.
It's your boy Sonoko right next to you. What's up, baby?
444 in the building. Got my boy Noko in the cut too.
Yes, sir.
Lit.
Yeah, man. Good to have your boys, man. Good to have your boys. I like that we're interviewing an artist like you, because you're a little different. I say that about every artist, but you're a little different in the sense that you're not a rap artist. Like, you kind of you're on a different wave. You know what I'm saying? You're on a different wave. You remind me of like the Juice WRLDs and the X's. Not like you sound like them, but you in that kind of like pedigree of music where it's like it's a little more artsy, than what we're accustomed to. So we get to have a sort of different dialogue than we have with other artists.
Appreciate it. Let's dive right into it.
Yeah, so definitely excited for it, man. Where are you from?
Originally, I'm from Haiti. I was born there, came here at 7 months, and then spent years in Broward, Oakland Park, if you guys are familiar with that area.
You came here at 7 months,
7 months, yeah.
You know that information?
Yeah.
Your mama told you, your people tell
remembers.
you.
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I came here young as fuck, like an infant. Like I couldn't walk or anything like that.
Damn.
Yeah. And then
how'd you get around?
What do you mean? And then afterwards, I spent some years in Oakland Park. That's where I grew up at. And then spent some more years in Boynton Beach, Florida. And now I'm here in West Palm. So I really like migrated from like each area, took a piece from each area and stuff like that. And I am who I am now.
How would you describe the part of Oakland Park where you grew up in Broward? Like, what was that environment like? Because when people think Broward, we think a little bit more like, tougher areas. How was that like for you?
Growing up there, it was okay. I mean, things could have got better at certain points in that time, but I mean, my parents make sure that like they keep our heads straight, like make sure like we're going to school, like we're fed and stuff like that. We're not outside for too long and stuff like that. When like the street lights are like turned off, like cutting on, like we in the house by then and stuff like that. We not like just post on the block, just like chilling and shit like that.
Gotcha.
But it was all right growing there. Could have been better, but it's cool. Made the best out of it. It made me who I am.
Okay.
How was school for you growing up?
School growing up, it was a challenge as far as like figuring out like what group I fit in, stuff like that. Just trying to like see like, yo, do I fit in over here with the popular kids, or like, yo, I fit in with the ball players, or, like, yo, do I fit in like these like weird dressed like dudes? So it was more so like just figuring out like where I stand and stuff like that. More so like being more standoffish and like to myself and stuff like that.
Yeah.
And in that time frame, are we talking like middle school, high school, or kind of like all throughout your school experience?
I would say more so high school, because I thought, I'm not gonna lie, I thought high school was gonna be like High School Musical or some shit.
No,
like
I think we all were highly disappointed when we got to high school and no one was singing.
Yeah, I had so much expectation for high school, but high school it was what it was. I mean, I saw.
Did you go to high school in Boynton, or?
I went to high school in Royal Palm High.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Royal Palm High School.
It's a large school. Don't they have like freaking 3,000 kids or something?
Yeah, large, crazy. I remember my biggest highlight of high school. I remember fucking, I wasn't there at the time. I was sick or something, and I remember fucking there was a fight that broke loose, and it was during lunchtime, and like everyone was everyone was like at the courtyard area. Like it was like it felt like it was like a mosh pit type shit.
Yeah.
And I was at home, and I wasn't there, and then all I seen, I went on Twitter. I see my principal trying to break the fight up, and next thing you know, I see there's literally a picture taken of him of a shoe like right here in the back of his head, like about to hit him.
Oh, okay, like mid action. Yeah.
They got the name Palm Afghanistan. If you heard of that.
Yeah.
World Palm Afghanistan or something.
World
like
Palm
that.
Afghanistan. Since then, since that fight.
Yeah. And then
all the good stuff happens when you're not in school.
When you're not in school, right? I was like, look at this. I wasn't in school story right here.
Right?
Yeah.
You just look at your Snapchat and be like, yo.
Yeah.
Yeah, all you see is a viral picture of our principal, like with a shoe, like right there on his head, and, like a whole crowd around him and shit like that, going viral on Twitter. But that was probably.
Did he hit? Is there a video where?
Hit.
Yeah, he hit.
Yeah,
okay, there we go.
Somewhere here.
We need to find whoever threw that shoe and interview him.
Yeah, I wonder how they're
We
doing.
didn't know. Yeah, we need to know where they at in life.
It was a perfect ass picture too. It was like right there before the shoe hit him. Like it was cool.
So were you like a rebel in high school? Were you like one of those guys that would start the big like the big problems in school?
No, I was actually chill. I was mellow. I'm a Scorpio, so we're known for being like standoffish to ourselves and not really saying much and shit like that.
I see you.
No, I was just chilling in high school.
Shut up.
I see you. If they don't see you, I
ain't want to bring that up because I know a lot of people like they into all that zodiac sign and stuff like that. But I'm not too much into it, but I just know what I know.
Yeah.
That's what a Scorpio would say.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're cool, man. Scorpios, we're just cool. I don't know what's wrong with everybody else. We're just cooler people.
You know what I'm saying? We're misunderstood.
Yeah. But we don't care to be understood. We don't really care for that. We chilling.
Yeah, we don't mind that. Man.
Yeah.
Can we get off the topic of Scorpio?
My fault to bring you into that. But.
So how did you get introduced to the kind of music you make? Like, what was like the evolution of the music for you? Did you start off doing something else, or were you always into the kind of music you make now?
As far as the type of music I make,
yeah,
I get into it.
Yeah.
I got into it, I would say, during the 2016, 2017 era of when SoundCloud was really like
it was popping. Yeah.
Then. Yeah, SoundCloud was really booming back then.
It was great to be a part of that.
So good.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you was a part of that, you know a lot.
And I feel like it was good for like where you were at too, like Broward. Mm-hmm. Like I'm sure it was even more exciting.
Yeah.
Especially with what X was doing around that time and being from there.
Yeah, for sure. Like seeing other people in that underground scene, like doing their thing, like as far as whatever area they're in, which is if it's in Miami or like LA or like whatever, still doing their thing underground. But during that time, it was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
Yeah, it was cool.
It was cool. It was also cool. Like Twitter was a big part of it too.
Yeah. Twitter was
and I
dummy.
think it was more like a community around that time.
Yeah.
When it came to the music scene and underground. Everyone really just kind of fucked with each other. So it was more, you could really do whatever you wanted in terms of music and people would still mess with it.
Yeah.
100%. Yeah, the underground is really, they really take pride in like coming together and like creating something special for like the people and stuff like that.
Yeah, I also want to, I don't know what name, we need like a name, how to classify the sort of rock and hip hop blend style type of music there is, because I don't really know how to, the right term to use for it.
You said rock and hip hop?
Yeah.
I don't even know myself. Like music.
I think it's more just really diverse, like, because it's not even just rocky, because he has like some kind of not R&B, but like love songs or like pop-ish. It's kind of like all around.
Not like his music in particular, but like that wave that was around at that time for the SoundCloud music.
Everyone just called it like
they call it
it's called SoundCloud.
They call it there's actual
SoundCloud rap.
There's an actual name for that. It's called mumble rap.
Oh yeah,
mumble rap.
I feel like that's a different lane in it.
Yeah, I feel like that's like a sub. That's like in there, like as a subculture.
Mumble rap was basically music you just wouldn't understand. Like you just can't like get a hold of like what it is. You're like, yo, what the fuck am I listening to? Like that's what it is. Cause it just sound good, no matter like what was the lyrics that was being said. It just sound good to the ears of like the youth and shit during that time.
Yeah. It kind of threw everybody in that same category.
Yeah. And also me being a part of a group, I was with my boy here, Noko. They they as well had an ear for music too. So like they were listening to like people like Wintertime, X, and like people you guys won't even you guys won't even know about. So we all had an ear for music and came together and then ran with it with this music shit.
So would you say that those are some of like your musical influences? X, Wintertime.
Yeah, for sure. Wintertime, Puya, Wi-Fi's Funeral, and so far and so forth. A lot of people from the South Florida area for sure.
I like that you said Puya. He's not a name that comes up a lot.
Yeah.
But I definitely like Puya too as an artist.
Puya's chill. Puya's a vibe, bro.
It's chill. You don't even think of Miami when you think about him though, like, which is kind of sad.
Yeah, Puya,
I personally don't. I don't think,
Yeah, but the people that just like knows music, like knows the underground, knows like, yo, he's one of like the empires of that. He's
for
one of
sure.
The gateholders, the gatekeepers, I guess.
Yeah.
But
hell yeah.
it's fine.
Okay, so did you just hopped on, like, were you just good off rip? You were just always good at what you were doing, or did you take some fall, some failure? How was it like for you? What was the grind like?
The grind was rough. It was rough and fun because it's like there were times where like niggas wasn't getting like plays on their songs or people just wasn't fucking with it. But I was just blessed to be a part of like a collective of guys that were like had the same type of vision that I had at the time, and come together and make good music for our area, the Wellington area and West Palm area, going to like parties from like, I'm talking about Friday, Saturday,
Those
Sunday.
were the house party days
house
too.
Parties in Locks, Wellington, really like hanging off chandeliers, tables, and like there'd be like helicopters of like troll coming to shut a party down or whatever. We go outside, lines of cop cars there, but that really like built the momentum for me to like really like do this music shit because like it was really like going crazy for real.
Yeah, you was in the Loxahatchee and Olympia house party.
Yeah, bro, that shit was crazy.
Locks. Go out to Locks.
Yeah.
Crazy house parties out there.
Locks was insane.
Yeah.
You had some crazy Locks moments and shit like that. You had Locks used to
out the way, man. Ain't nobody looking for you.
Yeah, until somebody decides to call the cops, and then
It wouldn't be a great house party if
it's not a good house party if you don't get shut down.
If you don't get shut down.
Had a good time though, not too early.
Got shut. You have fun for like an hour or two.
Yeah.
Wasted your gas and stuff. Then everyone's like, "Where's the next Addy?"
Literally, bro.
The next party and that's shut. As soon as you get there.
Bro, I'm telling you, there be parties where it's like, okay, one party gets shut down, someone knows the address to the next party, and then
someone in that bitch know it.
It's leaked, and like the whole like everyone building knows about it.
Yeah.
And like we're leaving the community, and you see everyone driving in one line.
Yeah, it's like a funeral. It's like a funeral.
Yeah, and like they're in sync with each other.
Like they're following a hearse.
Yeah. Like, that shit was just crazy. Seeing that.
The next party.
Yeah. Then I get shut down and going to something else afterwards.
Sure, man.
It was cool.
It was definitely cool, man. So do you make music? Do you feel like you make music for that kind of crowd? Those kind of parties? Like what do you think about as far as your audience and who you talk to in your music?
Well, first I make music for myself. Like I definitely gotta like fuck with it or enjoy it first before like it's even out or blase. Mm-hmm. But normally I do make music based off like people telling me about the experience they had, either a breakup or a fun time. Like they're always in my DMs like chatting with me all the time. So like I take like what they say and like I paint a picture in my head. I'm like, boom, I just got some inspiration to say this shit. Or I'll like I'll just like listen to a beat and automatically I'll like have a whole like vision in my head, a whole like music video already like planned out, and then the words just follow through then. Of exactly like how the video is playing out in my head, and I put the words there.
So it just all kind of come to you at once. You have just a vivid imagination when it comes to these things.
Facts.
You also got a pretty damn good fan base. I see you get a lot of support.
Love you guys. Yeah, for sure. I'm big on like building your brand. Like once you build your brand to a certain point, like whatever you put out, let's say it's music or it's clothing, like it's gonna go. It's gonna go because you built your brand, you built your value to a certain point where it's like whatever you put out, like the consumers are just gonna eat that. You know, they're just gonna eat whatever you put out. You can like put a squiggle, a line on a piece of paper and be like, yo, there's like 2 bands, like someo's gonna buy it.
Just once they have an emotional attachment to it.
Yeah,
I see. Like, are you big into fashion?
I'm huge in fashion.
Huge, right? Because I see you be dripping. Like, you be dripping all over my timeline. I'm like, bro, what's going on here?
Appreciate that. Yeah, it's just another.
So what's up with that? Like, what? Like, do you design some of the clothes you wear?
Really, most of the shit you see is like thrift shop finds. If not thrift shop finds, and I'm on like Grail or like Depop and shit, just like picking pieces out. Or sometimes the homies be sending me shit from like Cali or Blase, and like I'll rock it. But that's pretty much it.
You just like to wear stuff no one else is wearing.
Yeah, not too big on like the high brand. Obviously, y'all see me wearing the MCM, but that's just for tonight and the show and shit. But like normally, you want to see me wearing this like on a regular chill day. Like it's probably just something chill. T-shirt.
So what are you typically doing like on a day-to-day basis? What's the routine?
On a day-to-day basis,
he's thrifting.
Yeah, I do be thrifting during my days. I ain't gonna lie, thrifting. Creating a plan to as far as like what I'm gonna execute for that week, that day, or that month. Just creating content. Just jotting down ideas, bro, and then just trying to execute it and get to it.
The SilentHeart is that what's the inspiration with SilentHeart? So I know it's a movie. I don't know if it's a scary movie, but I know that comes from a movie too. It's a dope name though, SilentHeart. Like, well,
I mean, it's not as deep as like you.
It's not, but it's cool.
How'd you get the name?
The name at the time I was called HBK Mike, and then I was like, yeah, I'm not rocking with that name, Blase. Everyone around me has a cool name and stuff like that. I want an even cooler name, and then just me being a person that's standoffish and more to himself. I'm like, yo, like I don't talk as much, Blase. I like silent, and then back then we had a whole like Heartbreak Kid movement going on and like Locks and Wellington, so I put the heart with the silent, so I just put SilentHeart, and I was like, ever since then I rock with that name. Yeah.
Do you have like what's your perspective on this generation of musicians, because I feel like the heartbreak stuff is like a big, like, I don't know, like I see it in a lot of like new artists where they kind of artists are more emotional, or not just emotional. I guess they're more expressive in the music that they make. As far as like, I guess music has always been like that when it comes to expressing heartbreak and stuff like that. Yeah. But now you see it more. Like, what's your perspective on that generation of music? Is that something you like to listen to, or like?
I mean, we all have feelings. Like we all have like tunes that we put on that like makes us like go through something that we're going through, or whatever the case may be. I'm always listening to things like those, like as far as like emotional tracks, heartbreak tracks every now and then whenever I'm in that mood. But lately everything been Gucci, so I haven't been like creating that type of like sound. I just been like trying to like figure out like what I want to put out that I genuinely enjoy, and like definitely want to like spice things up a bit. But I definitely show love to like the people that enjoy that type of music.
I think y'all kind of bipolar too, like
like
you artists that make this kind of music, like y'all be talking about the heartbreak one time, then y'all be talking about shooting somebody the next. You know what I'm saying?
No,
you just never know. You just never know what it's coming with.
Facts. The heartbreak music is always going to be there, bro, because we always feel every single day, every single second.
Yeah.
So when it comes to the heartbreak, and what was that like, the collective group? Because I know like Heartbreak Kid, Doobee, and like all the everyone.
Yeah.
What was that kind of about? How did that come about?
Well, it was two style of music to it. It was the Heartbreak Kid and the Heartbroke Kid. So like the Heartbreak Kid, you're getting like a guy that the kids that really don't care, like they're just doing whatever, walling out. And obviously the Heartbroke Kid is like the side where it's like, damn, like this girl got to me. I think I'm gonna make a song. Type of shit. So it's really two sides to it, to HBK back then. But yeah. And
so now transition into SilentHeart. What type of artist would you say like you are now?
The type of artist that likes to talk about still with emotions when like day in day out, like situations with life and shit like that. And like how, like me getting fly and shit like that, like me buying this or whatever every now and then, like just I don't know, just vibes, just things I like.
Yeah,
Whatever,
you
like,
kind of evolve every day with it, like
Yeah.
you'd say. Let's talk about those two. Like, cause how old are you? Like, you're still young. You don't have
I'm
to
young.
say it. Don't say it. Don't say it.
I'm young.
Are you like in your 20s though,
I'm
right?
in my 20s, yeah.
Okay. All
I'm in my
right.
20s.
You won't be 30 in 5 years, type shit.
No.
Oh, okay. No word.
Not
Okay.
even in 5.
Not
Right,
even.
less,
Five.
yeah.
All right. Yeah. Cool.
Yeah.
All right. So how would you describe like Palm Beach then and Palm Beach now? Since we want to talk, we want to talk about Palm Beach in this interview. And,
Yeah.
everyone has different perspectives come in here, and I'll start with my own perspective. So to me, my thing, what I've always preached to people is, I look at it like Palm Beach is a canvas, and people are always saying there's nothing here, there's nothing going on here, and I'm like, well, this is a place where you have the opportunity to build something.
Yeah.
Where you go where there's a lot of things going on, it's more competition, it's harder to do anything.
Right.
So we have a place where we can build. And I look at it as an opportunity. What's your perspective on Palm Beach then and now, and what you think it should be in the future?
I think Palm Beach is definitely a great place. Like, there's a lot of like creative geniuses out here, a lot of great creative like people, a lot of people that create great content out here. There's a lot of talent out here. I'm not gonna lie. I just feel like everyone just like needs to come together and like collab more on a lot of things. Cause like back then there were collabing going on, but now with like COVID and like quarantine, like everyone's more isolated and like more to themselves, more like just trying to figure things out on their own. When it's like, yo, we can do things as in unity and like come together and like really make something happen for ourselves and like just the community itself. I feel like if we just come together, we can really like create some special things for Palm Beach and really like dope things.
I definitely think it was more unified back then in terms of the music industry and everything.
Yeah.
People wanted to work together and
Big time.
create things for
Yeah.
people to enjoy. Now it's more
You can't get people out the house.
either that or it's more just it's a one man's race. Everyone just kind of wants to make it there on their own, not really help the next person out.
Right.
I think everyone brings in, everyone makes the point of we need to work together.
Yeah.
And
no
like,
one
I
wants
hear
to
that.
start.
I hear that. I hear that. But
Yeah.
it's also a thing of like, okay, you need to work together, but not everybody's compatible, and that's okay.
Yeah.
I think that's where like, I think the ego part of it is a big
Ego,
thing.
Yeah.
It's like,
Huge thing.
not only do we need to come together, but if you can't come together, that's okay too. Like, you don't gotta be, now we gotta be opposition and make it something that it's not. I just think some artists don't like certain things. There are artists, I've met artists that hate the kind of music that you make.
Yeah.
And I've met artists, especially the singers in the city, people who are into like singing the melodies, the R&B part of it. They despise the street culture of it because it's like they think it's oversaturated, and they think that their style of music is real art, like is the real music.
Yeah.
And there's different perspectives. So it's okay not to work together, but I think it should be like people need to put certain emotions aside and be able to support an artist that has a big following, because you may not like the music, but that person's influential in a way that you don't understand, and
Big
he may
time.
lead the culture. You know what I mean?
Big time.
So
I definitely see hope of like people coming together a lot more in the near future and like collabing more, because they really see that
yeah,
other groups are forming out of Palm Beach and like they're really like having some success.
having success.
Yeah, having some success. So they're eventually gonna know like, yo, I can't do this shit on my own. Like, yo, I have to like put my ego to the side and like really start collabing, because like sometimes, bro, we be so egotistic where it's like we think like it's okay to feel like we're the shit, but like sometimes we just gotta like humble ourselves and be like,
be humble.
yo, like,
The bigger
Gotcha.
picture.
You can learn a lot from people and
Yeah.
working with others. So
It's about the bigger picture. The bigger picture when it comes to the music industry is you need to be a hub. Your city need to be a hub. That's the number one thing. People want to go to Atlanta. People want to go to, LA. People want to go to New York. like when you think of these places, and at some point Miami was just like, okay, you want to be in Miami. Right. Not, it wasn't for long, but I think the bigger thing is we need to like make ourselves a hub.
Yeah.
Do people want to come to Palm Beach?
Yeah.
And then we're gonna have more opportunities, more shows, more people looking at artists over here.
No, for sure. I definitely know that's what's needed here. But I like what's going on right now so far in Palm Beach. I like
what impresses you? Like what are you most impressed by when you're looking at the city right now, how it's operating?
I'll probably say people are like, I see a lot of clothing pop-ups, like designers coming together and like collabing and stuff like that. I see a lot of that going on. I see a lot of like certain individuals collabing with one another that I didn't like see coming. I see some of that going on, and I just see a lot of people just out more and like doing shit.
Yeah,
like, really, like involved in like the community and their craft. Like I see a lot of that, like events being thrown here, there, and it's like, yo, I didn't know this was happening. Like shit, let me pull up.
Yeah.
Thing. Yeah. So I'm seeing a lot of like random like events going on. That's cool. I like to check them out and see what's going on, how the city looking like.
It's cool. We're doing a good job, though. I agree with you. It's credit to consistency.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? We have some consistent brands now, and that's what I want artists to take away. Is that like I think in the past, a lot of people start stuff, and then they're not getting the support right away, and then they get mad. They say Palm Beach not support, and they give up, and that's not progressive. You know. Now you have like, I remember Sugar Plum, like you performing there tonight, and I remember I pulled up to Sugar Plum when he was first like kind of like starting to introduce events. Yeah, and I talked to the owners and stuff, and they had dreams of having everything they're doing now. It was like a couple years ago, but they kept consistent, and we see how it's going now. Yeah, we know flavors, we know these different brands that kept doing it.
Yeah, bro. Sometimes, brother, people just want to see like how serious you are about your craft, like how consistent you are, and
before
like once
they support,
before they support, they want to see, is bro like really serious about this? Is he really a rapper? Is he really like blase? Is he really a videographer? And the more the consistent they see you, bro, the more like they be like, oh shit, he's really like that's him. He's really doing his thing.
He wasn't lying.
Yeah, he wasn't lying. Exactly. He wasn't lying, type of thing. You know, people just gotta see it happen for themselves first. You know, and sometimes, bro, like. Sometimes people will just like wait till like other people accept you before they can accept you.
Yeah, dead ass. Yeah. People follow the leader all the time.
And that's okay. You just gotta like work and like push through that, because like if one area is not fucking with you, like there's a lot of people in this world that you can like tap in with if this area is not fucking with you, because that was how it was for the most part, like my career. Because there was a point where it's like, bro, like why everyone in Palm Beach like they on that drill shit, and I'm not like getting mad about that. Like that's what they like. And I just had to like figure out, okay, where's my like my sound is gonna be accepted. Of course, like my peers and the people close to me like fuck with it, blase. But like as far as like getting that whole city love, like niggas ain't like really got that. It was more so like the internet and like connections that like built online and like actually like went to their city or like blase state and like linked up with them and like built a relationship, and like they supported me and I supported them, and like just been going off the internet for these years basically.
You gotta get it how it come.
Right.
Yeah, I think people fight. They fight a lot for that city love. Everybody want that street love.
Yeah, and sometimes brother, people are always gonna root for the underdog too. Underdogs that's like keep fighting, and still haven't got their break, but like they're still going. Like people like to see that. They really want to see like how far you can get.
And it makes for the best stories, man.
Best stories.
Do you consider yourself an underdog?
I consider myself an underdog
for sure.
Yeah.
To this day.
Okay. For sure. A lot.
Okay. What are some of your expectations? Like, what's the thing you want the most? Like where you gonna feel like, you know, I'm on top right now. Like what's the identifier for you? Where you're just like, okay.
I'll probably say once I perform I Run Loud.
That's a good one.
Once I perform I Run Loud. That's gonna be a big
That's
break.
Tough.
Yeah.
You may not be far away from that, man.
Yeah, I'm not too far
because I think how do they choose artists? Like it's like they like strong fan bases and stuff, right?
Yeah, good engagement rate online, like people that's actually like has numbers to show for and stuff like that, has an image, and also just knowing the right people too.
Yeah, for sure.
So I'm definitely not worried about like me not being on there soon, but I'm gonna be on there soon.
Yeah, you're gonna be on
tapped
there.
in with some people.
For sure. So when you hit that Rolling Loud stage, that's gonna be like a new
Yeah,
a new echelon for you.
That's gonna be huge. But until then, we still working.
Yeah,
we still working.
Okay.
You know.
Do you see yourself like where do you see yourself in like the next 5 years and stuff?
In the next 5 years, I'll definitely say in the industry, having an impact. People really gravitating to my sound, my music. Me really being like isolated from like the pack as far as like my location of like where I want to stay at. I definitely see myself like away from like everyone and just working and doing what I love, which is just like design clothes, make music, make money, and just, you know, just have fun.
I would definitely say that your sound overall has progressed a lot over the years too. You kind of mess around with your vocals more. It seems like you're kind of like more comfortable doing different pitches and things like that and incorporating it into your songs. So where did you kind of like develop that kind of style from?
I'll probably say just like people like X, Juice WRLD, a little bit of A$AP Rocky with the swag, and let me see, I'll say some of Uzi. I fuck with Uzi.
Yeah.
And some underground folks, but I definitely like try to. It's been a process. Still figuring out like, okay, what sound I'm actually go for, because I like to tap into many like different like sounds as far as like guitar beats or like an indie rock beat or like a track with like heavy 808s and shit like that, and kicks. Like I'm always like dabbing into things that I know like I can't really be like going from place to place to place. I really gotta like stay one place and
Gotcha.
You know.
Gotcha. Are you producing? Are you doing anything else as an artist? Like you doing the extra stuff? You
I want to get into that, but I just
doing your own artwork and all that stuff.
Just do everything by myself. I really want to get into that, but it's just timing. But I know like once I'm at a certain level of music where it's like, okay, I have a little time to like learn something new on this side, because the views are up, like revenue's coming in, like streams are coming in, blah blah blah. That's when I can like get into.
Yeah, you had a hot one with your boy Doobee.
Yeah.
2018, your 2018 track.
Yeah.
I don't remember the name of that track. What is it called?
That track was, I think it's called "Cause I'm Young."
Yeah, something about being young.
Yeah, "Cause I'm Young."
How long have you and Doobee been making music together?
Since 2016.
How'd you guys
tough.
like end up meeting through school or?
We end up meeting. But he actually stays in the same neighborhood as I stay at the time.
Okay.
He pulled up. He pulled up to the basketball court, and he was always that guy that like wore like so many different types of shoes to the court. I'm talking about like KDs and like so many different varieties of shoes.
Yeah.
And one time I just walked up to him. I'm like, "Yo, like, where'd you get them shoes?" And he told me, and I was like, "All right, bet, I'll see you tomorrow." And then the next day he was there. And then I was like, "Yo, you trying to run some ones?" And then we started hooping one-on-ones and shit like that. Then we exchanged contacts, and then
you ain't just gonna tell us who lost. You ain't just gonna tell us. You gonna roll past that and not tell us who lost.
we run some crazy one-on-ones. There be one-on-ones where it's like we'll put money on the line or food or dinner or what blase. But like there be times where like he'll like win some games.
Nah, he's avoiding the question though. You see how he's
quick.
He's gonna roll. He knows.
I can't really like
come right out and say, "Yeah, I won."
Yeah, you know, we ran some good ones.
I won.
Okay.
We gonna bring him up to verify.
I won.
All right, we gonna
So you guys
see.
just started playing ball together. Then how did it kind of transition into a music relationship?
We started playing basketball, like linking up with like the top trainers in the area, because we were pursuing basketball at that time. Like we had like the hoop dream and shit like that, going from like tournaments, playing like playing on different travel teams, like showing each other love, like really like grinding shit out with the music, with the whole basketball shit. But once it came to senior year and graduation, it's like, okay, what now? There's no deals on the table. There's nothing on the table. Like we don't have that much to show for. We have some, but not like crazy noise where it's like, yo, we can go like overseas or play like D3 or Blase or JUCO.
Yeah.
And then he decided he made a song during that time, after I'll probably say either July or August, one of them, and it went crazy in the city. And ever since then, like he really like pushed niggas to like really take this music shit by the neck and really run with it.
That's tough. He's doing his thing. I see that. I see he's doing his thing with the music too.
Shout out Doobes.
Yeah, and both of y'all really good when y'all come together too.
Yeah.
So
Shout out Doobes.
that's cool, man. I'm happy you guys were able to have a friendship like that last as long as it does without any
Competition,
drama and stuff like that.
No, we know the goal. We know where we're headed and stuff like that. We ain't got time for all that. Yeah.
Are you excited? Are you excited about like the finishing product with the music thing, like where you guys are gonna end up? You guys talk to each other about those kind of stories, like
all the time. As far as like, like the after parties, after the show is gonna be crazy.
Yeah.
Like, on stage we're throwing like water and like shooting water at water guns gonna be crazy. Like, the shit we'll have access to once we get to where we gotta go, it's gonna be crazy. We talk about it all the time, bro. Yeah, man. All the time.
Yeah, I think that's such an important part as someone chasing their dream, is to like be around people that see it too, that you can have like, that you can manifest it with.
Right. Yeah.
So it's cool. It's a cool partnership.
That's big. Cause like if I was doing this shit alone, like I wouldn't have gone that far. Yeah. As far as like being motivated to keep going and like consistent to make music or whatever the case may be. Yeah. But it's cool having like a partner with you that like actually gets like the underground sound and gets like what goes in with like making it with this like
that's
music shit.
Yeah. That can get it, because it's not a conversation you can just have with your grandma.
Yeah. You know what I mean? Like break down in detail, like, grandma, like you gotta call repos, you gotta do this and that, like.
Yeah, nah.
Yes, it.
So what's your favorite part about performing? Since you've been doing shows for a little bit of time now.
My favorite part is just interacting with the crowd, seeing the crowd like enjoy themselves, seeing the crowd like jump up and down, like seeing the smiles, just seeing the flashes on their phone, like that's a good feeling. Like that's what we do it for, just to have fun, just like get ignorant, just like get rowdy. Yeah, man. Like that's the fun part about it.
That's what's up. Let's talk about your recent single too. Like let's not forget Toxic. That's out now. Are you performing that tonight?
I'm performing that. I'm performing in your city. Both of those tracks I dropped, I think, about like 2 weeks ago, I believe. Mm-hmm. That's a step in the direction I kind of want to get into as far as like the sound, and just making things to uplift people and just have fun, because I feel like in this day and age, like everyone's too sensitive, they're too like depressed, down bad about themselves, where it's like, like life's okay, relax. Like everything's gonna be straight, like go out, get some fresh air, like breathe. You know what I'm saying?
It's okay, you can breathe.
Yeah.
So. They're not gonna kill you for take breathing. The mask off.
Yeah.
Really can't breathe 2021.
Yeah, but those tracks going crazy. I love them.
Yeah, I like those tracks, man.
Yeah.
Do you feel like you as good as your last record? Are you like in that mindset, like when you make music, like I'm only as good as the last song I made? Or
I'm not gonna lie, every times where I'll be in the studio, I'll record some shit, I'll make a track. Whoever's in the studio, that's just fire, blah blah. I'll hear like 1,000 times in that session, and once I leave that session, I'm not playing it in the car. Like I'm done with this song.
You don't play the record.
I'll play it to see how it sounds in the car. A couple times, like probably 2-3 times, and after that, like I'm good off that for like a couple of days. For a little bit. But
why is that? Why do you just?
I'm always on to the next thing.
Yeah, you just on the go.
I'm always on to the next thing. People be like, "Yo, enjoy what you made. Like it's fire. Like blah blah blah." I'm like, yeah, I know, but I want to make something to top that.
Yeah. I
want to make something way better than that.
Okay.
Strive for better.
Strive for greatness, man.
Greatness.
Yeah. All right, man. So Toxic and In Your City's out now.
Toxic.
Or You're Toxic.
In Your City.
In Your City out now. What else you got for the folks, man? Because I'm guessing you're gonna be promoting those two. You're gonna be staying by that for a while.
Facts.
But you got anything else coming up?
The In the City music video that I'm shooting today.
That you've been shooting all day.
Yeah, at the show and this BNB party. So look out for that coming out soon. We're in August 14th. Mm-hmm. It's probably sometime this month. Look out for that. Okay. Look out for new tunes, like new vibes. Like I'm always like creating content. I'm ready to just put things out, because I know like holding things back as far as like unreleased is not the best way to do it. Especially like me being an upcoming rapper and artist. I gotta like just crank shit out and put it out.
Like, trying to flood the internet with stuff,
because we're always trying to be perfect when nothing's perfect. Like people, they don't care. They just want things. Like, you know, still make sure it's good, but
Please talk to Kanye
yeah,
and let him know. Let everything you just said just now. Just tell him.
now when you're Kanye, bro,
Stop holding things back.
when you're Kanye, bro, everyone like expects like something great from you. So it's
Yeah.
like that's a lot of pressure. That's a lot of pressure.
No, understood. He's doing his thing though. I feel like he's never gonna drop down. Though I think it's all a big like scheme. I think he's gonna make like a quarterly Donda release party, and I don't know, but you know, we ain't gonna make this too much about Kanye. SilentHeart, man. First sit down with you. I actually just got to know about you this month. I didn't hear about you before then. You kind of been. I've been sleeping on you, but you. It seems like you already been tapped into everybody. I see a lot of people I mess with you. We had Omni on here not too long ago. Trill, you know Trill, you know. So
It's like a revisitation to like high school, because like I think I knew you, but like as the age became like not as SilentHeart, and like.
Oh, you went to Royal?
No, I went to Central. But
Oh,
a lot
yeah.
of people, you know,
Okay, yeah,
listened to
yeah.
that stuff
Yeah.
too when it was coming out. So
So you was probably at one of the parties or something.
of course,
Lit.
definitely
She
I
knows.
was
there.
Not probably.
She knows.
Absolutely.
I was there.
She knows. Yeah.
I was running for patrol too.
It's lit.
So
Yeah. That's dope.
yeah, man. You got anything else you want to say? Anything else we didn't cover that you know that you really want to get out? Let people know. You got any ops you trying to diss? Anything like that? Any shout outs?
We don't got time for
We
that.
don't got time for ops.
We're chill. We just trying to get things done and like handle our business. That's
what's
right.
up.
That's pretty much it.
Yeah.
Like,
Just handling business out in the city, man.
yeah, stay cool.
Are you usually in Palm Beach? I feel like you're the type to be out in Cali every other weekend.
I love Cali. I've been to Cali
I
like
can
twice
tell.
already. Yeah.
You're not from here.
I know. I don't get that Florida vibe.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been to Cali. I love Cali. I'm always, if not Cali, New York, Atlanta, Georgia, or probably just Orlando sometimes. Like I just be out.
Yeah, I feel it.
I don't like to stay in one
I get
spot
the
for too
energy.
long.
I get the vibes. You're not like
Just to Palm Beach for the name.
yeah.
We out.
Yeah. We out. We out.
All right, man. Changing the youth, hottest podcast. Appreciate you for stopping by, man. On behalf of everybody, much
Appreciate
love.
y'all.
Sanoco, what's up, brother? I like the Haitian flag on that little. You need to leave that shirt here when you leave, man. Leave the shirt here. Donate the shirt to me, man. I fuck with that.
Hey, man.
Yeah.
You guys
Do it.
kind of got like match and drip, kind of, sort of.
Sort of, kind of. They go to war and shit. They camouflage like.
She's saying we plan it out and call each other on FaceTime.
You know me, what you wearing today, bro?
Homies gotta be dripped out together.
On me.
No, normally I don't even be dressed like this. Like I said, it's just for the show and shit. You'll
Yeah.
catch me in some sweats.
Yeah,
whatever
you be
color,
looking mad
a
comfortable.
T-shirt, a bucket hat, or a hat.
Yeah,
Some
you be
fly
looking mad
socks.
comfortable, my dude.
Comfy. Stay comfy.
Yeah, man. All right, we out, man. Appreciate you
Yeah.
stopping by. Changing the youth. Please subscribe, like, comment, share this interview.
We call ourselves city, but we global. And everybody that has a voice is allowed to be vocal.